Let's get straight to the point. Number 10. The Tsetse Fly. This little terror is basically a flying vampire with a PhD in torture and neurological diseases. These insects don't just suck your blood, they inject you with microscopic parasites that eventually turn your brain into scrambled eggs. When a tsetse fly bites you, you probably won't even notice. It's like being pickpocketed by a mosquito wearing an invisibility cloak. By the time you finally realize something is wrong, those parasites are already having a party in your bloodstream. First, you get fever and headaches, then your sleep cycle completely derails. You are wide awake at night and passing out during the day, like a drunken vampire. You might be having dinner and suddenly face-plant into your soup. No warning. These flies are the worst parents in the world. Instead of laying eggs like normal bugs, they give birth to one fully grown larva at a time. The larva is almost as big as the mother, and she feeds it insect milk. Yes, these flies have teats. These flies have made entire regions of Africa uninhabitable and virtually unviable. They have killed more livestock than all the McDonald's in the world combined. Farmers literally have to abandon their land when these flies show up. And here's the life-saving style tip. They are attracted to the color blue. So if you're walking in their territory wearing a blue shirt, you are basically wearing a neon "bite me" sign.
Number 9. The bullet ant. Shot. But the pain, my friends, just keeps getting worse for the next agonizing 24 hours. These monsters live in the rainforests of South America, probably because they were kicked out of every other place on the planet for being too violent. The pain of their sting is so intensely excruciating that scientists had to create a whole new category on the pain scale just for them. Imagine a hot nail dipped in lava, then repeatedly hammered into your bones while you are being electrocuted. A tribe in the Amazon uses these ants for their coming-of-age ritual. They weave hundreds of angry bullet ants into gloves. Then they make the young men wear these gloves for 10 hellish minutes. They have to do this 20 times over several months to become warriors. The scientists who have been stung and survived say the pain is so bad it makes you forget your own name and where you are. One described it as walking on burning charcoal with a 7.5-centimeter nail driven through your heel. These ants live in colonies of up to 3,000, so if you annoy one, you are likely annoying all 3,000 and they want you dead. The venom isn't even meant to kill you. It is merely designed to make you desperately wish you were dead.
Number 8. Driver ants. An army of millions marches across the African wilderness like a hungry, living flood. These are not your regular backyard ants stealing your picnic crumbs. Driver ants move in massive swarms that can, guaranteed, strip the flesh off any animal unlucky enough to cross their path. These little terrors don't even bother to build a permanent home. They are basically homeless serial killers wandering through Africa looking for the next victim. When they find prey, millions of ants surge forward in perfect coordination. Their jaws are so strong, they're sometimes used as emergency stitches in the wild. The ant bites, you twist off its body, and the head stays clamped in place, like a surgical staple. The colony moves as a single giant organism, with millions of minds working as one. They're so cooperative, they even cross rivers by forming living rafts with their bodies. Thousands of ants sacrifice themselves so the colony can keep moving. It's like nature's version of the Titanic, except this one actually makes it to the other side and then eats everything in sight. The males are about as important as a piece of meat. They're called sausage flies because they are basically flying chunks of flesh that exist only to mate with the queen. Locals in Africa have learned to simply abandon their homes when they see these swarms coming, because trying to fight millions of driver ants is like trying to stop a tsunami with a cocktail umbrella.
Number 7. Africanized honeybees. These are not your friendly neighborhood pollinators who ask for permission. These are nature's own special forces unit.
Back in the 1950s, scientists in Brazil, with a tremendous lack of foresight, crossbred European and African honeybees. The bees escaped and are now spreading across the Americas like an angry, hyperactive plague. Regular honeybees give you a warning before stinging you, but Africanized bees skip the courtesy and go straight for the fatal sting. When these individuals attack, they send the entire army. One bee releases an alarm pheromone when it stings you. That paints a target on your back that says, "Sting here" in bee language. Suddenly, thousands of angry bees are zooming towards you like tiny heat-seeking missiles. They will chase you for up to 800 meters. Even jumping into the water won't save you. They will simply wait above the surface like angry, furious little lifeguards. They are smaller and faster than regular honeybees, like someone took a normal bee and gave it espresso and cocaine. And they don't just sting once and die like common bees. They keep stabbing you like tiny flying serial killers. These bees are so aggressive they will attack dark objects up to 15 meters away from their hive. Wearing dark clothes near their nest is like wearing a neon "Sting Me Please" sign. You are not dealing with a bee colony. You are dealing with a small air force that takes absolutely everything personally.
Number 6. The Asian giant hornet. These flying tanks are basically regular wasps on steroids. They are so grotesquely large you can legitimately mistake them for small birds or a cheap drone. At 5 centimeters long with a 7.5 centimeter wingspan, they make regular wasps look like mere mosquitoes. Their sting is a 6 millimeter venom needle that can pierce a beekeeper's suit. And they can sting multiple times because their stinger doesn't get stuck like a suicidal bee's. It's like being stabbed repeatedly with a hot nail dipped in acid. The venom they carry is a sadistic cocktail of 8 different chemicals designed for maximum pain. It can literally dissolve human flesh. Multiple stings can cause your tissue to melt like ice cream on a hot day. These monsters can fly at 40 kilometers per hour and chase you for up to 8 kilometers. So unless you have a car nearby, you are not going to escape. And running only makes you look more delicious and sweaty, as they are attracted to human sweat. When they attack a beehive, it's like watching a horror movie. A group of 30 hornets can annihilate a hive of 30,000 bees in under 3 hours. They decapitate bees like children dismantling Lego figures and then steal the bee larvae to feed their own offspring. The perfect villains. Japanese honeybees have developed a defense, though. When a hornet scout enters their hive, hundreds of bees swarm it. They vibrate their flight muscles until the temperature reaches 47 degrees Celsius. The hornet is cooked alive, while the bees survive because they can handle slightly higher temperatures. It's like a tiny bee microwave. These hornets kill about 50 people a year in Japan alone. That's more than bears, snakes, and sharks combined. And now they've arrived in North America, where our bees have no defense against these flying death machines. Number 5. The assassin caterpillar. This tiny caterpillar might look harmless and cute, but it is actually one of nature's most deadly creatures. Hidden beneath that innocent, fuzzy exterior are thousands of venomous spines that can make a rattlesnake bite feel like a mosquito sting. Nature loves the perfect troll. These aren't just regular spines, they are tiny, venom-filled needles that break off and embed in your skin. And here's the kicker. Once they are inside, they continue to inject venom into you long after you've brushed the caterpillar away. Think of thousands of micro droplets of poison slyly releasing under your dermis. These masters of disguise hang out on leaves and tree bark in Central and South America, looking totally cute and inviting. It's like nature's version of a booby trap decorated with bows. It looks harmless on the outside, but step inside and you are in a world of epic pain. One minute you're admiring this fuzzy cute bug, the next you're in the hospital with your arm looking like it's being cooked from the inside. Despite being smaller than your pinky finger, these little assassins have sent fully grown men to the hospital crying like babies. They are like tiny ninjas wearing venom-filled pajamas. So, next time you see a cute, fuzzy caterpillar, just admire it from a distance with a pair of binoculars. Number 4. Necrotic Arachnidism. Prepare for your new phobia.
A single bite from a brown recluse spider can literally turn your flesh into liquid. The venom contains an enzyme that melts your skin and muscle tissue from the inside out. It's like your skin decided to go into disintegration mode. The scariest part is that when you are first bitten, you might not even notice. It feels like a tiny pinch, if you feel anything at all. But within hours, the surrounding tissue starts dying. The skin turns purple, then black, as the flesh underneath literally dissolves. The center of the bite sinks in, creating a horrifying crater of dead meat. Your flesh is hollowed out underneath, and the wound can grow to the size of a golf ball. It's the gift that keeps on giving. But here is the disgusting twist. Most of these so-called spider bites aren't even from spiders. Doctors have found over 40 different conditions that look exactly like these necrotic wounds, from bacterial infections to skin cancer. They are all conveniently blamed on innocent spiders. These brown recluses aren't even aggressive. They are basically the introverts of the spider world. They only bite when you crush them or trap them against your skin, usually when they're hiding in your clothing, catching a ride, or when you roll over them in bed. So next time you wake up with a strange, ugly wound, remember, while you're busy blaming spiders, the real cause might be something much, much worse. It could be flesh-eating bacteria having a party in your dermis, and that's far less sexy. Number 3. The funnel web spider. Australia's 8-legged nightmare. And unlike most polite spiders, the funnel web spider does not run away when threatened. Instead, these creatures stand their ground and charge at you like angry little bulldogs with fangs. Its venom is basically a biological hand grenade for your nervous system. It throws your body's electrical system into total chaos. One bite and your nerves start firing off like a broken, short-circuiting set of Christmas lights. These spiders don't just bite once. They grab on and keep stabbing until they are sure you are having a very, very bad time. It's like being attacked by a tiny serial killer with serious anger management issues. They build deadly funnel-shaped traps and wait for prey to foolishly fall in. And they can survive underwater for 24 hours, just waiting for someone to put their hand in. The craziest thing, scientists actually milk these spiders for their venom. Someone's actual job is to annoy one of the world's deadliest spiders until it gives up its venom for the antidote. The males are 6 times more toxic than the females and wander around looking for mates, especially after rain. So when it rains in Sydney, angry, lust-filled male spiders start roaming the streets. Their venom only affects primates and a few other mammals. A cat can be bitten and just walk away like nothing happened. These spiders evolved specifically to target us. Feel special. Number 2, the Lone Star Tick. One single bite from this tick, and just like that, you can never eat a hamburger again. That is not an exaggeration. This tick doesn't just suck your blood like a regular parasite. It goes further. It reprograms your entire immune system. When it bites you, it injects something called alpha-gal into your bloodstream. Your immune system sees that and completely loses its mind. It's as if the tick turned your immune system into an angry vegan activist. The next time you try to enjoy a juicy steak, your body reacts as if you just ate poison. But here's the truly evil and inconvenient part. The allergic reaction is not immediate. You might be sitting there enjoying your barbecue, feeling fine, thinking about life, and then 3 to 6 hours later, you are suddenly covered in hives and struggling to breathe. One single bite from this tick has the power to turn the most dedicated meat lover into an involuntary vegetarian. And this is not temporary. Some people can never eat red meat again for the rest of their lives. Suddenly you're explaining to your friends with teary eyes why you can no longer go to the steakhouse. These ticks are rapidly spreading from the southeastern U.S. northward, and unlike other ticks that just patiently wait for victims, these actively hunt. They are like tiny heat-seeking missiles targeting the next victim. That white star on their back, it's like a serial killer wearing a smiley face t-shirt. Number 1. Fatal heart attack triggered by a single wasp sting. Let's make this clear. These flying needles can actually trigger a heart attack with just one sting. And no, you don't even need to have a pre-existing heart condition for this tragedy to unfold. When the wasp injects its venom, your body completely loses its mind. Your immune system goes into total panic mode, like a rookie security guard hitting all the alarm buttons at once. Your body quickly starts releasing chemicals, and these chemicals cause your blood vessels to dramatically constrict, as if someone is crushing your heart from a distance. It's like trying to drink a thick milkshake through a completely pinched straw. Your heart starts desperately screaming for oxygen, like a child holding its breath during a tantrum. Then your lungs join the party and start filling with fluid. It is essentially like trying to breathe underwater. The wasp, meanwhile, simply flies away unbothered while your entire cardiovascular system shuts down. These tiny insects don't even know they possess this power. They are like small children with nuclear launch codes. Scientists call this Kunis syndrome. One minute you're enjoying your sandwich, the next you're in an ambulance. And the worst part is you won't even know if you're allergic until your heart starts seizing up.
That's all for today. We'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.